I had kids and they didn't like what I made for them, I let them have toast.
I'm a picky eater dietitian and I help extreme picky eaters, and I want to talk about why that is such an insightful video. If you go back and watch the whole video, the mum talks about how when she was a child and she didn't like what was being made for dinner, her mum allowed her to make herself like an alternative sandwich or something, and she said when she had kids she was going to do the same. And then she went on to say that that was the biggest mistake she ever made, and how doing that caused her children to have options, and that oftentimes they would opt not to eat their meal because toast was just an easier, better option for them. And she also went on to say that at school they would eat what was provided because they didn't have those options, but at home they were really selective and would only want toast. The issues she described there with her children were that if they're only having toast, they're not getting exposures to the food, and they don't have the chance to actually try and experience the food. And she came up with a lot of really great ways to make just one meal, but in a variety of ways that wasn't going to cost her a ton of time, and therefore wasn't making and catering and making separate meals for everybody. She also goes on to say that she is providing some sort of a reliable option at the meal, and if the child wants to eat just that, that's okay. That there's no forcing of bites, which is pressuring. If you're forcing bites, that's going to cause the exact opposite of what you want in the long term. They may eat it right now, but they're going to have a very negative association with that food. You've probably had that experience yourself growing up, as we did, where you did have to eat what was on your plate and you did have to try it. Let me know in the comments if that's you. And if you're trying to break the cycle for your kids too, let me know if you have any other questions.